Welcome back, guys. In the previous part, we linked here to Rhyme, and we thawed the frost off of the wall and doors of this room here, thanks to that heater, which means we should now be able to open up this door. And indeed we can. And beyond the door is a long, dark, foggy hallway that leads to what looked like an elevator. And there are these little holes in the sides here that show absolutely nothing. But anyway, let's go ahead and head on up, see what lies at the top. There is some controls here, and I'm guessing we are now in the observation post as described in the Rhyme journal back on Myst Island. So let's see, we got a lever right here. What happens when we pull it? It activates those towers, and we get some Aurora Borealis. Nice! Very nice. There's also a switch right here, which changes this little indicator from green to red. Well, what happens when we pull this lever now? It turns on the towers. And this time we got some red Aurora. Interesting. So it seems that this switch right here changes what colored Aurora we would get when we pull this lever. Because we had green before and we just got red. Is there another option for color? Yep, it looks like we can spawn some blue Aurora Borealis. And that is indeed the case. Alright, anything else? Nope, it just goes back to green. Okay. So, hey, there's a button right here. That wasn't there before. What happens when I press it? Why, it rotates the elevator, and inside we find what looks like a study. I'm guessing this is Atris's study here in Rhyme. Can't open the drawer. Let's see, there's a pen and an inkwell. There's what looks like one of the crystals that he was working on, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. And there is another book right here for us to read. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I have decided that I must finish construction. I have bought both Cirrus and Achenar this time. The shaft is almost finished, as is the observation post. Both boys prefer it inside where it is warm, protected from the cold. Achenar sits in the observation post for hours while Cirrus is consumed with the crystals and the glimpses of ages that we are able to see. Neither of them show any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my son spent so much time with me in an age. After more experimenting with the shapes of the crystals, we were able to get nearly perfect view of an age inside of the book. Cirrus wanted to link immediately, not understanding the link was only visual. Without the ink, the crystals do not bind onto a particular age. Because of this, the crystals have an interesting side effect. It is possible to change the crystals and watch the age change, while in reality we are seeing a vast number of distinct, though similar, ages, displaying the current age defined by the crystals. It appears as though we are changing the original age. Next are the lights. My son seemed much more interested in the lights of the night sky right now. Their only interest in the crystals seemed to be whether or not we can view Channelwood or Stoneship, two ages I have not seen in a long while. It is possible to view the ages, although the time it would take to find the correct combination would be prohibitive. I do not consider my task with the crystals complete, but I would rather keep Cirrus and Achenar excited and here, so we will move on to the lights. I think it is better to keep Riven from them, and so it is just as well that we move on to something else. I will view that place later. The lights are curious. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try, and if Cirrus and Achenar have their way, it will be soon. I have never seen either of them so interested in my experiments. and I do not want to dampen their enthusiasm. It seems they have forgotten about the crystals now. I am not sure either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It has turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters where the wind cuts through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a side of them that I have not seen before. Another hard day, but we have erected the first of 3 towers. I am too tired to write tonight. It has been a week. The second and third towers are up. We only need to connect the power. I am exhausted, as are Cirrus and Achenar. However, they have no intention of quitting, and that drives me. The towers are finished, as is the power to each of them. Power will be conducted directly through the Selene Sea, alleviating the need for stringing wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. Most of the remaining work can be accomplished inside, for which I am grateful. I am tired of the cold. I look forward to the warm beaches of Myst Island. Perhaps we all deserve a break. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. We were here only a minute before we again began to experiment with the towers and the electromagnetic discharges. We were able to create an arc for the first time between 2 towers. Its reflection in the cold waters was magnificent. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. The beauty is awe-inspiring. At our command, multicolored waves of light dance across the dark sky. Brilliant flashes of white lightning that make the display even more amazing precede them. The boys are convinced they will be able to bring their mother here, and though she usually refuses to use the books, I am becoming convinced that she will come, or at least I hope. As for me, I must return to Myst or some other warm place. There is more to accomplish here, but I long for the sun and will spend some time under its glow before returning. Catherine had to come after I told her of my intention to use the crystals to view Riven. She is now consumed with the setup of the geos and the crystals and encourages me daily as I try to uncover the combination that will allow me a view of that age. Cirrus and Achenar did not come this time. I must return to Everdunes. I believe that a few of the crystals I left in Everdunes may help me here. Catherine has returned home for now, but she will meet me on Myst Island in 3 days. I think I will be ready by then. And we reached the end of this journal. And we got a couple more images here. We got an image of the Ark of Karath again, as well as glitchy pages, as well as a drawing of one of the 3 towers that we just played with moments ago, and another drawing of the observation post. And hold on, let me close the book and open it back up to get rid of that glitch. There we go. As well as some images of the crystals, I assume, that were used to try to view Riven. Well, let's see if we can find a way to view Riven without having to actually link to that place. And with the elevator rotated 180 degrees from its starting position, we can actually go down and see what's on the other side. There's another shorter hallway which leads up to a door. And inside we find the device that probably uses the crystal to view ages, and as a matter of fact, that is indeed the case. There are 5 different crystals that we can bring up, and when we wave our hand over them, we can change the colors. And if we click on them again, they'll change to different crystals. But what is the combination that we need to view Riven? Well, so far, we haven't seen anything yet. There is what looks like a cot here, and a map that I cannot pick up, along with a knapsack. Another desk over here with some more of these inkwells and pens and whatever that is. We can open this drawer and we see a bunch of what look like crystal geos, or maybe this is part of Atreus' rock collection. Yeah, I do know for a fact that in the book of Atreus enjoyed collecting rocks when he was a kid living with Tiana in the Cleft. So this could be part of his old collection. And there is a note right here. It is real, the work of your hands, the touch of my dreams. I've left my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. It seems that Catherine wrote this note, and it looked like we got the combination that we need to view Riven in the crystal viewer. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Oh, the crystal reset. I didn't know they could do that. Okay, that kind of startled me for a second. No joke. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and put that crystal combination into this viewer here. So the first one is red, and it is like a wide V-shaped crystal. Yeah, this one right here. And it needs to be red. Oops. There we go. And the second crystal is... It's kind of like this one, except the top of it's like flat. And it is colored green. It's probably the next one. Nope. Next one? Yep, here it is. And it's green. There we go. Next one is the 3-spiked crystal. And it is colored cyan. There it is. Color is cyan. There we go. Next is a yellow diamond-shaped crystal, which is exactly that. So that one's already correct. And the last crystal is a tall V-shaped crystal. Not that one. I mean, there are two crystals that look very similar to each other. I don't think it's that one. I think it's this one. And this one is colored purple or pink. Actually, that looks more pink. But anyway, that should be the correct combination, hopefully. So let's press this button and see what happens. There we go. I got it right. And take a look at that, folks. That is our first glimpse of Riven, which is where the next Myst game will be taking place. Yep, we will be going to Riven right after this game. And although I will be doing a Let's Play of Riven, it's not going to happen for quite a while. In fact, I'm probably going to save it for next time something else happens to my gaming PC, which I'm going to hook back up once I finish up this Let's Play and my Let's Play of Descent Maximum. So that's it, guys. We're all done with Myst. Yeah, we've done everything that we can here. So I suppose we can just head back over to Myst Island, and while I do so, I'm going to go ahead and give my closing thoughts on this game. So yeah, Myst is a game that stuck with me ever since I was like 8 years old. Ever since my mom gave me the CD to play the game, I fell in love with that game when I first popped the CD in and started playing it. Even though I had no idea what the hell I was supposed to be doing, I still enjoyed it immensely. The story is pretty good. The gameplay mechanics are kind of hit and miss, but they're mostly hit. And yeah, even though the graphics are very dated, considering that the game first came out in 1993, the fact that Myst used to be the best-selling video game of all time is something to behold. And the fact that it has such a huge fan base, like, even with all the sequels and spin-off, it's really, really amazing. So anyway, let's head back to Myst Island. So yeah, even though this game is a bit dated and there are a few plot holes that are never really explained, I still love this game so much. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and I could just play this game a million times and never ever get sick of it. I highly recommend it for those who are into point-and-click adventure games. However, I would recommend playing the original Myst first, or at least the Masterpiece Edition, before going on to play Real Myst, and if you have a good enough PC, Real Myst Masterpiece Edition. So, here we are back on Myst Island, and I think we should make one last stop to Dunny and say goodbye to Atrith before I bid my farewell to you guys, the viewers. Yeah, you see, I can actually click and drag my cursor along this door to make multiple squares instead of like clicking one at a time. So let's rotate the fireplace around to the linking book to Dunny, or Kavir more specifically. And you'll notice upon the red and blue books being gone, the final red and blue pages are gone as well. Interesting. So, let's head on back to Kavir and put an end to this LP once and for all.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid that I must continue my writing. Here. Most of what you'll need to know is in there. Keep it well hidden. For all reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny. But it's actually a one-man prison. You'll need it, I'm afraid, to capture Gan. Once you've found Catherine, signal me, and I'll come with a linking book to bring us back. There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.